Hey everybody, welcome to a special OCS event. I am, as always, the Tartaglion, also known as the Day Tartag One. Joining me tonight, as always, is my good buddy, Mr. Huckleberry Beardman, also known as Garrett Larson. How you doing tonight, Garrett?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm old. So tonight we
Welcome
have,
to the club, good sir.
yeah, so tonight we have our first game of Kyle Kruger versus Brad Kippel. Uh, Matt has decided he's going to go with light side first, obviously, then putting Brad on dark side. So both players are in the chat and ready to go. So we'll let them know that everything is good to go. And we'll get this game going live. We got a bunch of OCS games coming up this week, everybody. So make sure you guys stick to the forums, Slack, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, whatever the kids are using nowadays.
I think
I
it's the
am
6-7.
Oh gosh, no, you're banned. Get
Ah,
out. Go, go. You're done. So,
ISB versus Watch Your Step.
I mean, I'm not surprised by the Watch Your Step, but I'm a little surprised by the ISB. Um,
I would be by anyone other than Brad. Brad
yeah,
loves his ISB.
yeah, you're not wrong. You are not
Like,
wrong.
and ISB is one of those decks that does well against some of the things that maybe do well against First Order,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
which
I mean,
makes it another decent chance to switch things up. It's
mhm. But I think I favor Matt in this matchup just because of the this effect right here, the honest be allowed to speak and smugglers blues. Once you have two smugglers at a battleground, your drains can't be modified.
Yeah, I tend to agree that this is going to be
I,
an uphill battle for Brad.
yeah. Now, but I mean, this is Brad. He's definitely a really good player. Coming to you later on tonight, we are going to have at least game one of Batmouse versus Joe Olson. Funny enough, I believe Batmouse is the higher ranked player, so he'll be determining which side that they're going to play.
Yep.
So,
So, and I
uh,
think we're running two streams on that is the plan. I know the hanging with the PC stream, we're going to have Justin Miyashiro and Logan Pedig running it out. And then
we're
I'll
going to
be
have
running an uncensored stream on my.
oh no.
It'll be fun or it'll be
I,
terrible. We're
it,
not entirely sure
why
which.
not both? So,
Very
uh,
possible.
we saw Matt go and get All Wings combo to go get the Millennium Falcon V. Brad went out and used Indoor Shield V to get Ozzel and Piet. So it
He
looks like,
also grabbed the Executor with mob points.
yeah. So right off the bat, we know that Brad is playing the free Executor type of version. So we're going to see Bestman. We're going to see They Must Never Live Again leave the city. I think that if you're Brad, I wouldn't hate putting down Piet here just because you can go Piet into Majera, get your system, and start that essentially that chain to get the executor out early.
Yep. And I gotta assume that's what he's probably doing is
Hmm.
he's very checking his reserve deck right now with the rest order. He's gonna drop another docking bay, but it's really just to make sure, hey, is the combo I need in here so I can just here's Piet, here's me jerk, here's Bespin. If he's got the free executor effect, like he may just go, all right, here's everything. Let's
Well,
go.
the only problem with that is though, if Matt plays uh, Goldenrod and Yavins is I forget it's the Goldenrod shield essentially.
Goldenrod, yeah.
Yeah, okay. There's a force push from Brad, so
So
tells
he
me
missed
that
one of the things he needed.
yeah. And the other thing is like this guarantees he's going to have enough force to get both Piet and Bergerac.
He was gonna have enough either way. Piet's 2, Majeric's 3.
Well, this is also giving him a in case he has a barrier and in case of like Corn Horde comes down.
If he barrier, I mean, oh yeah, if you put them both down, honestly, if you're Brad and Matt says, here, I'm going to drop core and horn into your executor docking bay, I think you just let Corrin sit there.
Well,
Like you go, great. I've got the Executor out. I've got Bespin. I don't care about that non-battleground.
yeah, but I
Corrin can sit there. Like,
I'm gonna
and
say,
you
yeah,
lose the I must be allowed to cheat use pile
okay.
pull from playing Corrin. Like that'd be a terrible play by Matt.
Yep, there's the Bestman. There's the they must never again leave the city. I do expect to see the shield from here, or like right here. That way, this will essentially deny the executor on turn one.
I'm not actually sure Matt cares about the Executor on turn one. All right, maybe he does.
Ha!
There's an argument you can make that just says, let him have it. But
It
Matt may have also
slows him
decided he doesn't need
down.
4 shields.
Yeah, I was gonna say it slows him down. The shields that I think you're gonna definitely need in this matchup are aim
You don't want to aim
high,
high.
unless you're Joe Olsen. Man, that never
You
gets old
may
enough.
or
That's
may
never gets
not
old.
want battle order.
Yeah, battle order. I mean, I feel like it's one of those ones. Resistance, or I mean, sorry, ultimatum is definitely another one. But don't do that again to reduce the generation. I don't hate that.
I it's fine.
It's essentially it's a kind of like a one turn play.
Yeah, you're going to reduce his activation there for what you're basically between that and the Yavin Sentry Shield. You just played 50% of your shields to cost Brad 4 force once.
Hmm.
That seems, and not
And
even cost him 4 force in the sense of he has to lose it, just cost him, he's got to pay 2 for the Executor, and then he activates 2 less this turn,
yeah,
which frankly, you could have theoretically just stopped by going Smuggler to the Cantina, Smuggler and Ship to Tatooine, and flip. Like, I think the don't do that again was a early pull. Now, maybe Matt
hmm
looked at his hand and said, there's no way he's flipping turn one. But, like,
yeah.
you could have.
I mean, he like I said, he did go out and get the Millennium Falcon V. And Pat in the chat is pointing out, if you can kill the Executor early, that's really good for Matt.
Yeah.
But the likelihood of him doing that, being that he's already used one All Wings combo, you got to you got to think that Brad is going to have Imperial Command at some point to limit you. It's going to be a little hard, but again, those were those use pile pools come into play.
Yeah. And I think the hardest part about killing the Executor is not just going to be cracking the 12 immunity. It's
It's
my
the
assumption is Brad's going to drop the Executor. He's going to drop Ozzel on it. He's going to move Mirjik and Piet up. And at that point, you have 18 forfeit on the ship
yeah, and then on top
before
of
he
that,
does anything. And that's exactly what Logan just said in chat is it's
yeah. And then on
like,
top of that, you're going to have stuff like the Colonel Yularen, who makes it so that they can't reduce the power of it. So that's going to halt the Outrider and Dash.
yeah,
Uh, I mean, now we've said this before that I do feel that Matt is favorite in this matchup. Brad has a lot of outs, and that's because design has made it so that ISB is a competitive deck.
and the one thing I think may come into play here is Matt running the version of Watch Your Step that does not run Kessel? Because not having Kessel means even though ISB isn't reducing your drains, you might not be slowing theirs down either.
Hmm.
And frankly, that favors ISB because I don't think he's putting like Brad's not putting out any locations that are drain -1.
Yeah.
So Matt's not getting any drain bonuses off of I must be allowed to speak. Like, okay, he isn't his drain isn't capped or it isn't he won't get the -1 from ISB, which is a big deal, but
Hmm.
that's the only thing. So he's not adding to anything. And if he can't get a good system and a good drain in with Menace Fades in play, Brad's just going to outdrain him.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
if you
Minnesota.
don't have Kessel, you're maxing out drains there of 4, 5, maybe. If you go take the Cantina, try and
Yeah.
take Bespin and float around. And if you get Menace Fades in play, but you're still giving up about that much in drains as well.
As we see,
So
they're tracking us from Matt to activate. So he's got 2 force. I'm assuming this is going to be for
that's
a
Chewy.
grabber. Or I'm sorry, it's Chewy.
Although I don't know why you'd need Chewy. There's no way Han's getting attacked this turn.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Unless Brad's got something crazy like here's Mara in the Infiltrator plus a dude,
Yeah,
which is possible.
it's possible, but we see there's the we must accelerate our plans. That's going to go get a battleship, flagship. I'm sorry, the blockade flagship, most
Yep.
likely the bridge. Yep, there's the bridge.
And really, that's a 1-0 against Watch Your Step, but it's more
Well, he's not flipped
Brad
yet.
doesn't want it in deck.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to assume Matt will be next turn.
Eh,
There's no.
Hey, don't assume anything. I mean, we assumed a lot of things as we see Oz will go to the docking bay.
Brad's playing this aggressive.
Very Colonel or Corporal Vandalay going down to the blockade
We're going to
flagship
see
docking
one
bay as
more
well.
ISB agent.
Most likely,
There
yeah,
we
Colonel
go.
Lear Lauren.
That's the
And he
Lear Lauren
activates,
who
yeah,
forfeits for even more than Ozzel.
yeah, and he
So
activates some force. He activates 4 from that. I mean, I like what he's doing here. Yeah, I
this was
agree, Pat. Yep. Battle order.
this was a really good line. And yeah, Logan, it might be a 1-0, but it's honestly, it's much more Brad just wants it out of his deck.
Mhm.
Like Brad just says, I do not want to be accidentally drawing this.
Yeah.
this
And
turn.
I like Piet going to the executor and Majerek going over to the docking bay. I mean, that's setting
Yep.
Brad up for drains of 2 and 1 next turn. I
Little
mean,
surprised we didn't see Executor move to Tatooine.
I'm not.
Why? There's no drain bonus there, or
Yeah,
there's no
there's no.
deploy bonus for light side to try and drop on him.
No,
It's a
but
drain of 2 instead of a drain of 1.
it's a drain of 2, but at the same time, if and when he gets out, like if he's playing Thrawn, he won't be able to add a Destiny there.
But he doesn't have Thrawn right now.
Yeah, I know he doesn't, but
So all he's really doing is sitting on command, which he's going to be using to limit anyways. So moving there for that 1 force to get a drain of 2, to threaten a drain of 2 instead of 1.
plus you got to think though, if Matt has Mirax in the Pulsar Skate, that is the system you want to throw them at because it gives you that use power pool. That just
Fine.
is begging for issues. As we see Matt
As you have
uses
17
objective.
power and 11 forfeit up there, 13 forfeit up there.
Yeah, I get that.
I get it. I just
why
take
take
this
a risk?
aggressive line.
Why take a risk you
Take it
don't
as
have
aggressive as you can. And I just don't see it as being a risk. I do not think it's anywhere near the risk you're.
Well, you are young
think it
and
is?
a risk taker. I'm old and will not take risks I don't need to take.
I just don't think I don't see it as nearly as risky. And I think it forces the action just a little bit more.
Well, you know what,
It
sir?
says I'm draining for 2 and 2
You
instead
can
of 2
do
and 1.
your risk plays and live young, and I'll sit over here and be safe and old.
All right.
So we just see
ban Logan from chat. Just young.
Why? Everything he says is true.
I don't need any of that from you. And there we see Matt
There's
going with
Rio
Rio
Durant.
Durante.
Yep.
This kind of what I was talking about is I think the don't do that again play was
not needed. I agree.
Unnecessary. I think it limits your. Granted, he got Brad to play Battle Order.
Hey, look, there's Menace Fades.
Which is where the Tatooine drain would have been an even bigger deal because that's still a 2.
Yeah.
because Menace Fades is going to be big. If Matt can keep Menace Fades in effect, he's in a much better position.
Benefit of moving over, it just helps with the timer. I will agree with you, Sam, just because you are wise and Garrett is not. I agree with my Minnesota buddy. You know what? I just take it back. I take that back. Everything I just said about Sam. As we see,
Wow, that's just mean.
there's Chewie with blaster rifle V. Interesting.
He's a smuggler with a gun.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just haven't seen Chewie with blaster rifle in a while outside of mine, which you've learned. So normally, I mean,
Yeah.
this is where, like, if he was playing the
Honestly,
Kessel
reacting
version,
Chewie would be way better just because he'd shut down the ISB retrieval.
only if you complete a Kessel run. And I was about to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot you had to complete a Kessel run in it. This
Yeah.
is the non-Kessel run version. Yeah, Logan, like we're saying, I don't think that Don't Do That Again was a impossibly bad play. I just think it was a shield you don't need to pull that had very marginal benefit, where you don't know that there isn't something you can get more benefit out of.
Yeah. As we see Matt pass his turn over to Brad. There's drain of 1 at the docking bay. As we see a Jedi Resilience goes off the top. Not a terrible card to lose. There's a drain of 1 at Bespin. And an Antilles Maneuver, another card that might not come into play this game. I mean, the Jedi's Resilience is good because you can get the Luke with lightsaber back, but
Yeah,
I think
the AJR is much bigger than Antilles Maneuver here.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing about
Antilles Maneuver is fine.
I mean, the biggest thing about both of them is that they're Destiny 5 and Destiny 6.
Yeah. I will say, if that Antilles Maneuver had been in Matt's hand, I think that's a card he chooses to lose.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So, and Logan, I think I would argue the marginal gain versus marginal cost. The marginal gain was you slowed down his activation by 2 once. The marginal cost was at the cost of a quarter of your possible shield pulls. Now, you can argue if he's necessarily going to use another shield pull as efficiently, but it's still 25% of his pulls versus a very marginal gain. I mean, Brad having 2 more force that turn would have made 0 difference. It would have just allowed him to potentially draw 1 or 2 more cards. It's
Aging Callus going down to the Cantina.
And this could be Callus plus Tarkin.
Yeah.
Plus Dude. Like, Brad does like
Sergeant
his
Tarl.
ISB beatdowns.
Essard going down as well.
That's
Sergeant Tarl.
There's our Tarl.
So we're not going to see Tarkin in this battle.
Yeah, that's. I
but
mean,
is that enough to deploy, or is that enough to use the Dark Collaboration V? No, he's just going to Docking Bay Transit, Majarek, Ozzel, and Vandalay over. And there's the Executor moving over to Tatooine. Yeah. That's
says, I'm
not
going to let you set up Menace Fades.
Yeah, that's a solid turn.
I like that turn from Brad. Now you get me wondering about the Dark Collab. I don't even know. Let's use that handy Holocron app. And Dark Collaboration V. 3 non-Ozzel ISB agent leaders are in battle together. Add 2 battle destiny. Tarl is not a leader.
He is not.
So no, you cannot. He would not be able to Dark Collab there.
Okay, so we see an Adrena 2 at Corellia. As we see, they must never again leave the city, and Agent Callus, who will be retrieved next turn, go lost.
Yeah, we see both Sam and Chris Kelly saying a Blast the Door Kid battle could be absolutely game breaking here. That Tarl
Yeah, he's
could go real bad.
yeah.
Like, I get why he's got Tarl down there. He's forfeit 5. Like, even if he draws 2 Destiny, you can keep Callus there and try and rebeat with 2 Battle Destinies. But yeah, even without Val, a Blast the Door Kid battle is 10 power and 2 Battle Destinies to 2. Like, you're down 3 plus the number of Battle Destinies, or 3 plus the total Battle Destinies after you forfeit Tarl. That could get spicy quick.
Agreed.
Although if Brad has the Gick, that could also be
I
that's
mean,
cute.
he's only got 6 cards in hand out of his 35 card life in hand at this point, so the chances of him having the Gick are kind of low. I want to say math.
Yeah, it isn't a given that he has it. We haven't seen him pull it, but at the same time,
He's looking at a 17% chance of having it.
But you have to think about would he play this line this way if he didn't have it? Because he knows a Blast the Door Kid is a possible.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Destruction as well. Yeah, Matt hasn't played Mos Eisley yet, which is a little surprising. Like, honestly, if he's not running Mos Eisley, this could get a little rough for him.
As we see, there's the Pulsar Skate with Mirix Turek going down. We have a use pile pool.
Yeah, Logan, you don't want to have to Gick there, but at the same time, if you can put Matt in the position where Matt thinks he's doing that and he goes nuts, you're like, okay, whatever, I'll Gick Tarl, I'll retrieve Tarl and move on.
Yeah.
Like, it changes how you play later because you have to be a little more careful, but also, like, you just saw Matt blow his attempt at a blowout and you walked away from it. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think we saw Matt miss a pull, but he might have, when he pulled Corellia, he might have realized he didn't have it. So
Nian
Nub is going to make things.
On the yeah, he's going to make things interesting once he moves
there
over
is no
Federal.
Lando, so it's still immune to less than 7, but that's
Wedge Antilles.
That's a bunch.
That's 2 Destiny up there.
Yeah, but you're okay with that right now. Like, if I'm Brad, I'm not worried about him drawing 2 up there. And also, if he's got a... Did he try and Brad got to verify?
No.
I was going to say, I thought he pulled Corellia, and I don't remember him pulling. Now you got me scrolling way back up here. Hold on.
At one point he did. He tried to look for the Kessel, but he missed it, and that was on his last turn.
Yeah, he... Oh, no, he did. That very first action he used, I must be allowed to speak, and missed. So.
Oh.
And that is a once per game. So yeah, that was
that's a little unfortunate. Careful
that was
planning.
A little bit of a mistake. Good catch on seeing that. Oh,
at least it's off the top. That's the only good thing.
Yeah. That and there's
the Blast the Door Kid. Yeah.
So he didn't go. No, all right.
Brad will grab Blast the Door Kid. There goes.
I don't know that I love grabbing Blast.
I
think All Wings might be a scarier card for you, but because right now you could just be like, all right, well, I'll lose Tarl and then just make sure I'm not leaving.
Matt draws a 1 for his first Destiny.
Single ability 2 guys down.
And and a 4, so it's going to be 15-2.
I mean, it's a gick or Brad is in a world of hurt real quickly here.
Eh,
There's not an there, dude.
yeah.
Brad's peeling Tarl in like 8. That's ISB is not a deck that can peel 8. Yep, there's the gick. Like, it's not ideal, but Brad's okay with that. He's going to drain for 2.
Yeah.
And I mean, all you can do is move Executor away. Like, it stinks you're giving up the drain of 2 now anywhere with Han, because Han does have the ad.
Yes.
So I will say, if Matt giving up that verify that both of us missed, as we were probably just chatting, because it's kind of early game, you don't expect that stuff.
No.
He should have searched with the objective first, because that's not a once per game, and not had the, oh, I went for a once per game grab and missed.
Yeah.
Like, there were other things he could have done, because he could have also done he already had the Falcon, flashed the Falcon for Han. So yeah, Logan, I don't hate like, you're right that you're going to have to grab a bunch of stuff anyways, so you might as well just grab it. But like,
I
that
mean,
feels like the least impactful card to grab.
you got to think that Brad might be playing multiple grabbers at this point too. We do see there's the drain of 2. We see local defense and put that down, and they're tracking us. V go lost, as we see a spaceport docking bay go down to Corellia.
That's fine.
Yeah, Brad does not want to put it down to Tatooine, giving Matt another place that he can go to.
Yeah, no, you put that somewhere else and you force Matt to try and split. All right, well, there's enough force there. You're not running into a
Yeah, there's a stormtrooper garrison.
Blast the door kid.
Yeah, and we didn't see a barrier, so Matt's yeah, Brad's getting 3 destiny.
Yeah, but each of Matt's guys is forfeit +2. Like,
yeah, ooh,
well, that's gonna help.
Yeah, a little bit. Bringing him up to 20, plus 2 more destiny. Five,
okay, 11. So
25.
what's his forfeit? He's got 6. He's got 6, 6, and 6. So as long as he gets at least a 2, which he just got,
yeah,
that is actually going to wipe the site.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, no, you said 6, 6, 6?
No, 6, 6, and 1. He needs to get to 13 because each of the guys is forfeit 6.
Oh,
so
yeah,
at 13, it's all 3 guys.
Yeah. Well, he caused the cancel of Moff Gideon, and he draws a 2, so that's still 13.
Still gets him to 13.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what he needs, because I don't think there's anything else that adds
yes,
to their
you're right.
forfeit.
You're right. At this point, though, Matt can play. They're tracking us to keep somebody alive, and it is in his loss pile.
He only has 3 cards in hand, though.
It's in his loss pile.
I know, but he only has 3 cards in hand. Who are you then backing up? Who are you leaving there, and what are you doing to back him up?
Well, you got to think, he's going to, he plays it in a reference loss pile. You have to think that your destiny is you're going to clear at least the Stormtrooper garrison and 1 other character.
Okay. So you leave Callus there, you move one of the dudes in with Callus. Not if you draw that badly.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, he still got to 6, so that actually is...
That's 2 characters.
That's Callus. No, it's just Callus. Callus forfeits for 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you're right.
Because now you're still staring at 2 battle destinies there between the garrison and Isard.
Yeah.
And you're not...
Well, what's interesting is he's got to keep the garrison alive. you got to think he's going to reinforce, and then he like to keep the garrison alive. It's what, two force, one to retrieve, and he moves the executor
It's
over. So
one to
yeah.
keep the garrison alive. I don't
Oh,
think
it's
you
just one.
necessarily. Yeah, it's. I think you pay one to retrieve because you want to get that callus back
Hmm.
because your other one was also lost already. Otherwise, he might not have.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you pay one for, you maybe draw one and pay one for the garrison. You're really hunting here for a target.
Yes.
Or
Yep.
you're just not saving, you're not
He's
even
not saving
bluffing
anything.
barrier.
Yeah.
You've already grabbed a card. You're not going to grab another. Like, again, Matt has 3 cards in hand. Backing up Rio might be an issue right now. Like, that would be my main concern is,
The one thing is he can start murexing cards back.
yeah, but he still only has 3 cards.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I
he
have
doesn't
faith in
have a
that.
ton of options.
I have faith.
That's, I think he's got to have something because he's a smart enough player. He wouldn't have done that TTU without having a way to keep Rio alive, even if it is
Yeah.
just he's sitting on a Dodge or a Hujix or something.
And I like what
See
Pat points out in the
Brad,
chat. You land the Pulsar Skate, you move Mirax and Wedge in, and you're fine.
or you land and leave them there and just move Rio out. It's
Yeah,
a drain
either
of
way.
2.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a
Well,
drain of 2 or a drain of 3. So maybe you do move them
would be a
in.
drain
It's,
of 4 at the Cantina.
oh yeah, with the garrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can see leaving the Falcon at Tatooine, just saying, look, I'm draining for 2 there, you're draining for 1 at Bespin. Even
Yeah.
if you count the ISB retrieval, we're netting 0, so let's
The only difference though
worry about
is
other stuff.
Brad's also draining 1 at the docking bay, or 2 at the docking bay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is you go after it somewhere else. And frankly, that's easy enough to, you could leave the skate at Tatooine, move the Falcon to Corellia. Like if you've got a way to back up Rio, and then just, okay, let's trade drains.
Matt is in the tank at this point in his deploy phase.
I mean, it's Matt. He's
Melas.
always in the tank. I like Matt. I love watching Matt play. Matt
But
definitely is goes in the tank quite a bit at times. He
well,
thinks through his lines very, very well.
methodical.
Yep.
Well, there's a reason why he has done well in the OCS, and we're sitting here commentating on it.
Yeah. No. Oh no. Agreed. That's. I do think I would like to see the Falcon chase the Executor though, even though it
What?
is just a drain of 1.
Um,
With Nien Nub's capping
yeah,
that immunity, it becomes much more of a I can actually start grinding you off, guys.
yeah. And we see that Matt does put a card back into his use pile to activate some force there. So now he's only got 1 card in his hand.
And I feel like he has to battle at the Cantina.
Why?
Like, because if you don't, you do run the risk of Brad just going, here's the Tarkin I drew into. Now I refilled my hand. Now I'm going to destroy you. Like, I'd almost want to start that battle just so I could lose Melas and Rio. And then figure out my next line, even if it's then land the skate and walk them in.
Yeah. Logan, I think you're
I
right. I was about to say no, you're wrong. That was Paul Myers, but he finishes OCS games with like 3 seconds left.
So I don't understand deploying Melas to the Cantina
That's
and then
yeah.
paying 1 to move him
Yeah,
over.
moving the Malos or putting him to the Cantina, it would have saved him a force to just deploy him at the docking bay. But
Yeah,
again, the bigger issue is that's a drain of 4 now at the Cantina.
yeah. Oh, and that's so the
Never
move
mind.
to there means he's gonna, but he's shield busted. He can't play the resistance shield. Well, I guess that
Menace
gets him
Spades
Menace
is in
Spades
effect.
though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew you would get there at some point, Garrett. I'm
I
proud
was
of you.
getting there.
I'm proud of you.
Oh yeah, I guess if he could activate with Rio, he put what card down and
He did.
activated
He did.
two. So all
Yeah.
right, that's it. I get it. If the card if he wanted to put the card in his hand down, then that makes a little more sense because yeah, then he nets out
Hmm.
a +1. So the getting the menace fades in effect is actually, I think, a bigger deal.
Yes, it's going to save him 2 force.
That being said, he doesn't have a lot of power at either one of those sites, and he is also at least a little has to be a
But
little concerned of a
but
choke Vader.
Choke Vader is the worst thing to see. However, the one first of all, Callus is the big guy because he adds a destiny. Um,
Well, Tarkin
so
canceling one is just as big.
yeah, we see Luke, Talon Card, and Careful Planning all go lost. Losing Talon is kind of annoying because again he adds to your forfeit. Uh,
There's
Losing Luke is big.
probably 2 Talons. I think with that careful planning, that next card on top might be a 0.
It's possible, yeah.
Unless he
As
shuffled, I think that's his
he could easily mirror exit here if he wanted to.
that might be his most Eisley, unless he's got more than one careful planning.
Yeah. Okay, Moff
So,
Gideon coming down for 4. We see the Imperial Enforcement getting deployed.
and Gideon will go get him a stormtrooper potentially. Although he may, well, he didn't retrieve Tarl, and the garrison is already on table. I don't think he wants to put another one down. Yep, he doesn't even bother with another one. He just says, "Oh, this is enough to.
Yeah.
I'm going to force you to lose a dude or lose one of the ships."
I mean, list the skate isn't that big. So,
And
I
there
mean,
is the Mirax, which I think is the
the site,
Matt realized the same thing I did, which is that's very likely his Mos Eisley,
yeah.
and
And he
that
can
would
also
be
put a
bad.
card down to increase Melos's power.
Yeah, you're not particularly worried about the power. The skate forfeits for 5. You're drawing 2 battle destinies to Brad's 1. You're
Hmm.
perfectly fine with this. It's really what you're hoping for, and what Brad wants is to draw an Imperial off enforcement, and maybe even 2 that he can Vandalay and start, just use it to keep refilling his hand,
Yeah, exactly.
and ideally only lose like Gideon. Like
Yeah.
Gideon, Mergic, and Ozzel are all forfeit 6.
But I'm saying
Like,
the reason that you want to increase the power is so you only lose the skate
yeah,
unless he draws
I
a
think you were. I
6.
think that's where you were at, anyways. Though.
Yeah. Okay, draws a 4, bringing his total up to 14.
There's sneak attack non-V, which is one of Brad's.
He loves that card.
He loves that card because all his dudes are spies.
Yeah. As we see Matt draw a 5 for his first destiny. So that guarantees that he's only going to lose the skate. Draws
And
a
5 and
3,
3
so that's
means.
he wins the battle by 1, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it means Brad's losing 2 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Rio attempts to
Rio went
steal
for
a
the
starfighter. Yeah.
try to steal Mara's ship. That would have been.
Yeah.
That could have gotten spicy.
So there goes Majeric.
Which is fine. He did his job.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably Vandalay or Gideon, just so you have 2 ability 2 guys in case he tries to do another Blast the Door Kid.
I mean, and he loses Rio.
Matt loses Rio, which. Okay.
And there goes Vandalay.
Vandalay is 1 better Destiny if you're going to be retrieving him. Yeah, the Dark Collab, Gideon's a leader, which is.
Yeah, but
the benefit of that. It's got to be
at the
3
same time,
non-alpha leaders.
Yeah, that's the thing though. There's right now there's only 2 ISB leaders on the table. 1 out 3. Wait, is Yularen a leader?
I think there's 4 because I think Yularen's also a leader.
Yeah, Lauren's a
but they're all
leader.
split all over.
Well,
Yeah.
Ozzel doesn't count because it literally says
Yeah.
non-Ozzel.
So you have
So
Yularen,
that's
Piet, Isard, and Gideon.
PS, not ISB.
Oh, you're right. Piet's a leader, but he's not ISB.
Okay, so we've got a drain at the docking bay for one. And what's interesting is now the drains are even, but again, Brad is retrieving, whereas Matt's not.
Yeah, like if Matt doesn't bump up the damage a little bit,
Yeah.
Brad's, I think, perfectly happy with this. The game is very close right now,
Yeah.
and it's really going to depend on, I think, can Matt get a second battleground site?
Okay, we
And
see Luke with lightsaber go down.
this could get real spicy real quick.
Talon card. So yep, he did have a second one. So now it's going to get him the 2 destiny.
Do we see a clash and or a sorry here?
That's what I was actually thinking was if we see a clash of sorry, knowing that the Gick is already gone.
This could be.
Yeah. Like you gotta you gotta hit
is,
Gideon.
He doesn't have a ton of power there, and he's only got 8 power. I mean, he can go to 10 because he can drop Malos a card down. 10 and 2 battle destinies is good.
Yeah.
But you leave Ozzel's 9 power and forfeit, so you're making him peel 1 plus your 2 battle destinies. Like it's still it's bad, but it's not end the game right now bad.
Yeah. And we see that he did have the blast points. As he plays the blast points, he's cycling back. We must accelerate our plans. So
I think he just didn't like the card that was on top.
Yeah, yeah. And a Captain Lando Calrissian. Oh, this could get him. Okay, I
You don't
can't
want
shake
to
him.
blast the Dark Kid.
Yeah,
Blast
you don't
the
want
Dark
to blast the
Kid. It's
Dark Kid.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all right, so you make him pay 1, which means basically he's not deploying anyone else there.
Yeah.
So, and actually, if he swings, he then can't clash.
No, but he can sorry. And
Yeah.
I think you play the sorry over the clash anyways, because if you're playing Bow, at least it gives you multiple characters to deal with.
Okay.
And he's going after Ozzel.
That tells me he doesn't have the sorry or the clash.
Yeah.
Well, the clash was going to be immaterial. This way you just make sure you clear.
Yeah.
Because they both forfeit for 6, so you're just like, all right, well, we'll take the easy guy. We'll make sure Gideon dies. There's enough power there. He's going to survive it. And honestly, you might still overflow a little bit.
Yeah, because he could like you said, he could put a card down, increase Malos's power to 12. Right now, Brad is covering 12 plus Destiny. Yeah. So
right now, it's going to be the difference in battle destinies is the overflow Brad will take.
Exactly.
So, and he's got 2. Matt's drawing 2 to Brad's 1.
Yeah.
So that is a plus for Matt.
Yep. As we see a 2. That's not a good one.
Not what he wanted though.
No.
And a 2. All right, so Brad may not take overflow this battle.
Well, we don't know. He doesn't know what the top card of his deck is, but he does have. He doesn't take any overflow.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, I mean, with the Imperial Enforcement, he would have been fine there.
Yeah.
I think you lose the skate here. Maybe.
I think Matt wants to keep the potential ability to go up to space.
So what?
I think you probably lose Lando.
I would say so. My only concern, Brad only has.
You can't AJR. I was going to say Luke and then AJR, but
yeah,
you've got a card stacked on useless gesture, so you'd have to have a second AJR in hand.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Matt's thinking about right now. Is like.
Yeah,
I
don't think he wants to lose the skate. All right, why do I even talk sometimes?
Because you said this before. People like to hear you talk for some reason.
They like to hear me be wrong. I think that's what it is. Everybody in chat right
Yes,
now is just
yes,
laughing and like,
yes. No, 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 not everybody. Just Logan, and it's loud enough that he counts for everybody.
it's. I'm. I think Matt may have just decided, look, I don't need to go in space any harder than I am,
Yeah,
and I don't hate that play. Like it
says
makes
the guy
enough
who wanted
sense.
Matt to keep the skate. As we
No,
see
I
R2 Brave Little Troy go lost off the top of the reserve deck. Drains
I
for
would
two at the
have,
cantina.
but I understand why he
Oh,
didn't.
and it's a hit to cancel that drain, and it can't
That's
be grabbed.
real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the Blast the Dark Kid grab, I think, was a mistake.
Um.
Like, as much as you say, oh, we want to be able to do it, like,
Oh no, no. I'm not just like
it's
I'm 100% that I feel like there's better stuff to grab than the.
especially since Blast the Dark Kid is a lost interrupt.
But now we see Deidre and General Navarre going down to the spaceport docking bay.
Interestingly, he didn't put a card down after he deployed Deidre,
Yeah. So she
which
his.
there, okay, so there he did afterwards.
Okay.
Like, it
And
was
now
wondering, like,
he's
does
only
he
got
just
one
have
card
a
in hand.
straight four?
Yeah.
There's the Tarkin, though.
Yeah. That Tarkin's going
The draw
to.
four, isn't it?
Oof.
Oh, draw
Six.
six. Ooh.
Six.
And that's why he did it the way he did with Deidre to get it down to.
I mean, either way, we have a
There's
barrier.
barrier on
That
Tarkin, which is
barrier
fine.
is no, that's better than fine. I mean, Brett's only got two force left. I don't see him battling here.
Yeah.
So knowing that the Mirex and the Wedge are fine, like you could potentially move them over to the Tatooine docking bay and move that stack that's
I
at
mean,
the
he
Tatooine
can
docking
battle
bay.
for three. Theoretically,
No,
he
no, no, no.
could
I'm saying
drop.
I don't see him battling because he's only got two force left. Eularn's on the table still.
Yeah, I get, and he's got to save one for the garrison,
Yeah,
which
that's what I'm
actually is the
saying.
bigger deal.
Exactly. So, and I see
Okay.
Matt moving the Mirax and the Wedge over to Tatooine, moving that stack into the docking bay into the cantina, and then that means that Brad's
Y-
going down to draining for two total.
Yeah, but he moved them into the cantina. You've given Brad a chance to go. Here's my callus.
But you're
Here's multiple battle destiny. Here's, 3
fine
plus battle destinies.
to two with a lot more forfeit.
Yeah, it's, I mean,
Like
Card bumps up the forfeit quite a bit.
Talon
Yeah, no,
Card
Talon
just makes
definitely.
everybody big there. And
Yeah,
then you
that
have
means
Luke
Lando and
swing.
Malos are both eights.
Yeah, and you have Luke swinging at the garrison. Like
Yep.
I don't see any reason for Matt not to make this move here. It
Yeah,
blocks that big drain, and you're still out draining. Now you're out draining Brad.
but it could
And
also, if he's got Callus and one more leader, then you're going
Dark Collab. Yeah.
Dark Collab, and now I'm drawing 5 battle
But
destinies,
here's the thing.
and
Who's left for ISB leaders? Major
Porty
Portagaz and
Jazz.
Callus. That's it.
Yeah.
As we see Shiranu and Noak Scapegoat go lost.
Shunu's not a big deal.
No, no, and he's not an IS. Well, he's not an ISB, so you can't get him back.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but you're not getting a drain bonus.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's
And
just a
that's really
card.
all he's any good at.
Oh,
All
and we
right,
do
so
see
he
that
does
there's
have
Major
Major Party
Partagas.
Gas.
Yeah, that's one out of the. So out of the five cards, we know what one of them is. So it's what those four other cards are. And if one of them, like
Yep.
you said, is Dark Collab and Callus, yeah, that's the only reason why you don't do it. He doesn't drain it.
And
He didn't drain at the docking bay.
you're right. He forgot to drain at the docking bay. So Matt's going a different route here because he says, "Hey, I've got 2 smugglers. I can get a card with. I must be allowed to cheat." And he might
Yeah.
just take them out right now.
Oh yeah. Then if that's the case, then that's
Like,
better.
then you just say, "Okay, well, I'm going to have Tatooine have your little Corellian docking bay. I don't care."
Yeah.
And this is a drain race that now heavily favors Matt.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is
Like,
you know what else he can get out this turn? Tatooine Celebration.
yeah, I know we saw him draw it. Does he have it in hand?
Uh, he's getting to use Power Pull at this point.
Yeah, that's what he just is doing right now.
No, it's not a drain of 0 at the docking bay because he's got 2 smugglers there.
Yeah, it would have still been a drain of 1.
It's a
He
drain of
might have
1 because
forgotten
of the
that.
yeah, it's a drain of 1 because of the MSB allowed to speak and smugglers blues.
Possible Matt forgot that
Yeah.
was there and didn't want to, because time is occasionally an issue. He didn't even want to do the click to drain for 0 because those seconds might matter
Yeah,
down the road for him.
He's down 34-19 when it comes in time.
Yeah,
Like I didn't realize he was down by that much already.
that's that happens with Matt. Like, and good for him. He's got all the time. There's no reason not to do it. Take your time, make sure you know what the play you're making is.
And he doesn't battle. He goes to his move phase. Like you got to get Murex and Wedge out of there. Like yeah, he pays 3 to move
Yeah.
move them over.
Then I think you could probably
1 to
just
move
move
Luke.
2,
Yeah.
Luke, and I think you might move Talon Card.
Talon or Malos here, I feel like. Or even
I would
Wedge.
go Talon just because he gives
Well,
you the
Wedge is
much
forfeit 8.
bigger forfeit.
Wedge is forfeit 8
Yeah.
by himself, period, without Talon.
I know. But Wedge document transited, so you can't move Wedge.
That's true. I forget about that.
Talon, look at that.
Hey,
Line squirrel, something.
something finds nuts. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Red
whatever.
Barn hits squirrel, something, I don't know. So now again, Brad is only going to be doing drains of 1 and 1 at this point.
Yeah, Brad has to change the math here.
Yeah, but Matt, the biggest thing is Matt has only 2 cards in hand and nothing saved.
Yeah, this is if Brad has the Party Jazz, Callus, Dark Collab.
Did you say Party Jazz?
Please don't use
Party Jazz.
Party Jazz.
Party Jazz.
Yes, it's Major Party Jazz.
I like that.
Look, you make up words, I'm going to make up pronunciations for them. That's just how this works.
Okay, Milwaukee.
That's an anagram. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was getting at. There's wow. He had it. There's the Callus.
Yeah. So now, though, with revealing the top 2, he gets to take 1.
And sneak attack or Marge. He leaves the Marge, putting it into the use pile. There's Lieutenant Pull Teardom.
All right, so he didn't have the Dark Collab as he.
We don't know that.
Well, but Dark Collab, he's only got 3 in reserve deck right now. He's drawing that already.
Oh yeah.
So he's not starting the battle. So he has Callus.
No, he's gonna start the battle. Yeah. Shuffles Matt's reserve deck with Party Jazz.
Party Jazz.
I mean, interesting to see Pull Teardom go down to the docking bay.
I think because you're going to move the other guys from the spaceport docking bay to Tatooine.
Yeah. Turn off Menace Phase again, but.
Yep. So he says, all right, we're moving everybody over. Why?
Turns off.
You turn off Menace Fades, but right now.
Well, now the math is they're both doing only 1. They're both only doing 1 damage to each other. That's the thing. I mean, yes,
it's a net 1 because the drain is 2 at Tatooine, and then
the drain 1 at Bestman, but then he's also retrieving 1. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 0. It's essentially the damage is equal at this point.
Yeah, but Brad needs to move ahead in damage. Just keeping it equal.
Matt has
his goal is to get Matt to run out of time.
And that's very possible. Matt is down to less than 18 minutes on his clock. Brad is sitting at under 33.
Yeah, I mean, MHT does have a lot less clock, and if Brad is really, there's a 6, that would have been.
And a Dark Lab. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, ISB doesn't win before time, but also it loses before time though.
And we see the peak shows he's got another Tarkin in hand, which means if
I mean,
Matt decides to battle somewhere and Brad can lose Tarkin, he's going to,
well, I mean,
because
I
then he
will
can just
say
play the
this
other one.
though. Wedge and Mirax are both ability 2. The only ability 2 character at the docking bay
Is the
is,
general,
oh no, the general. Yeah, it's General and Pulturnum.
but
So
he's a
that,
leader.
yeah,
Actually, it would just lock it.
it
It'd
would
just
just be
be
pull.
Paul.
Yeah,
But we just saw Matt has no cards left in hand after dropping the
yeah. Dashing Outrider.
so
I think he's going to move Dashing Outrider nowhere. It's just going to sit there, do an extra
yeah, I
point of
think
damage.
you're fine with just dashing Outrider sitting there. I mean, that was what I was saying you could have done with the Pulsar skate a few turns ago, is just all right, I'll
Yeah,
throw a guy on the skate, move him up, and go nuts.
yeah. So we go into Matt.
Like,
There's a battle at the Cantina.
so we know he's got
Interest.
the sneak attack to add a
Mhm.
Battle Destiny.
Yeah.
So
Luke swings at the garrison.
Luke
Hits the
hits the
garrison.
garrison. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Garrison is
garrison's a little
very
bit
hit.
hit. Yeah.
So, like, in theory, Clash would be solid just to eliminate the extra Battle Destiny. I don't know that it's
Yeah.
super
Splash,
necessary. So
sorry, and
there's the Dark
ooh,
Collab.
he's playing 3
So
of them.
now we're at 5. So what does he have for forfeit up here? He's got 7, 7. Oh, wait a minute. So 9, 9, 8, and 7.
This just went
So
from.
he's got to get to 26 to clear the site.
You're talking about Brad or Matt?
Brad. Brad has to draw a 26 to clear the site.
I'm thinking he's going
I
to
don't
do
think
it.
that's happening. 4 and 5 is 9. That'll kill 2 guys.
Yeah.
Brad's fine with that. He knows 2 guys are going to die. That's fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's 3 guys. He'll leave probably Sard or Callus.
Probably Callus. Okay, so
There's the
Vandalay,
Vandalay, who
but
he
you're going to
takes into
cancel it.
hand
Yep, he's going to take it into hand.
with enforcement, I'm assuming. Yep.
Yep.
Like, it's really how many guys can you put?
Oh,
Boshek does that?
I guess he does.
Use 1 force to cancel and attempt to cancel and redraw a destiny. All right.
So 5, 9. He's still got 2 more.
Yeah. I mean, he'll get rid of 2 guys. There's another 5.
14.
I mean, 17 gets rid of 2 guys. Or
Yeah.
19, excuse me. So he gets there.
Yeah.
Because Boshek and Korin both forfeit for 9 between the objective
Yeah.
+2 and talents +2.
Yeah.
So he still got rid of 3 guys there.
Yeah, but so did Matt.
Yeah.
So, and
But Matt
crazy battle.
can just keep EPP Luke there
Yeah, and I think that's what he's going to do.
and be fairly content with that risk at least.
Mm-hmm. And I do think we're going to see that stack at the docking bay transit somewhere.
I almost think what we might see, or what I'd at least consider, is move 2 guys into the cantina to back up Luke and then transit the other 2 away.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
And just keep an extra site. Because I think it looks like Brad's going to leave Callus.
Yes, I agree.
And if you leave Callus, Matt's got to consider that he could be facing multiple battle destinies there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Brad's just got to have a dude in hand. So I think you leave EPP Luke, and then, yeah, I think you split them up.
Well,
Like, you
leaving,
move 2
if
small
I was going
garrisons.
to say, yeah, I mean, he could, I think he might have been able to leave Talon Card only because of the extra forfeit. If you move 2 guys into the cantina, that's one
Yeah,
reason to
but
do it.
EPP Luke's way better at clearing out Brad's guys as well.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
right now, Matt's ahead a little bit in the how are we going to knock this out race. And so you just say, hey, I'm going to say, if you battle me, you're losing 3 guys
Yeah.
and you're only retrieving one.
Yep. And Mirax and Wedge both go back over to the spaceport docking
Me
bay.
and Matt, we're on the same
Really?
wavelength. I know how he thinks now. I'm in his head.
I'm scared for Matt if he's thinking the same as you.
So am I a little bit, but we got a pinky in the brain thing going on here. What are we going to do tonight?
Which one are you?
That's hurtful. Narf. So
No, I'm sorry. If anything, you're the brain because the brain is the one who's actually insane.
yeah, no, there's a whole fan theory that the brain is actually insane and Pinky's the genius. So
Yes, that's accurate.
and it doesn't blame me. I just one of my favorite shows is all time Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain. It's outstanding. So there we see Matt just
Matt
walking the
retrieves
card
talent
back.
card. Yep.
He does want that Talon back because that's his last one
Yeah.
because he lost the other one very, very early. But also, like, this is match play.
Yeah.
Get your cards back. Like, make sure you don't
Yep.
forget to do that.
Drain a one
Because
at
right now
best.
it's just a drain of 1 and 1.
And we see,
And
oof, it's a hit go lost. I mean, he could use, well, no, I was going to say he could use the
no,
it's a hit, but you
at
don't
this
do it
point, I
there.
think you're saving the 2 4s to either
Barrier.
blast the door kid if something goes crazy,
Well, no,
or
Blast the Door Kid would
barrier,
cost him
or
3.
oh, you're right. So you're not blasting the door kid. So barrier or a useless gesture to AJR, like
Or Clash.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. That's about as much singing as y'all want to
I,
get, but
you're
you
lucky
do
you
not want
ended
to know
there.
how much of this. I know.
I want to know, and but that's something later. As we see Lieutenant Polchirdom go back to hand from the
We
Corporal
don't need to
Vandalay.
do some sort of something that'll end up with us getting like a DCMA strike for me singing
I
some sort of
mean,
copyrighted tune.
I was going to say, I mean,
So,
you got to think though, Warner Brothers is not owned by Disney, so you don't have to worry about a DCMA strike.
all right. So Lieutenant Pole goes.
I mean, there's nothing in the reserve deck, so you don't have to worry about being battled here. I think this is just saying that we're going to see that.
All
Okay,
right.
Vader, Emperor's Enforcer going down. I wouldn't hate to see you cancel Mirex's game text just so he can't cycle cards back.
Yeah, but like,
But
and
he's
there
moving.
Tarkin moves in with Callus and says, "All right,
Let's dance.
I think Brad has moved from I'm going to win this game to how do I drag this out as much as possible to lessen differential and maybe luck box into Matt just running out of clock.
Yeah, and
Like
that
that
just
might
oof.
it it feels bad to
It's a legitimate strategy when you're playing
I
ISB.
come from the era where it was live play and time games, and the idea of stalling out to a time game is super super not good to me, but that's not exactly what's going on here because you can't stall your opponent out.
Correct. Correct.
Like there are actions you can take that might take a few seconds off the clock, but like you're not stalling out Matt. Matt has his own clock. If Matt runs out of his clock, that's on Matt.
Mhm. Exactly.
And I don't hate that as a strategy. Again, in a match play event where
I mean, you gotta
every
think.
course
You
matters.
gotta think though that like Matt is going to. Yep, there's Mirex getting Mirex's game text canceled. You gotta think though like Matt's going to drain for 3 here. Then he's going to move Merrick's and Wedge back over to Tatooine. Brad's going to drain for 2, retrieve 1, maybe put down a character or 2. But I mean, Matt is still ahead on life force
Yeah.
because he's not. So
But
I
he's
mean,
got to do enough damage in the 12.5 minutes he has left on the clock
yeah, that's what it comes down
to
to.
get there, and that's going to be the biggest problem. It's not that he can. If he moves back to Tatooine, Pat, you are correct. Menace Fades turns off unless Matt just says, "Fine, you can have Tatooine. I'll move to Bespin, and now I'll drain you for 3 instead of 2."
Yeah.
Although Brad, I don't think is shield busted. I think Brad could still drop resistance.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm like 85% sure. I know he's played turret off twice to pull
Oh,
those
that's
2
right.
shields.
That drain at Corellia is a drain of 0 because there's only 1 smuggler there.
Oh, yeah. But he still drains for 2 at Tatooine, and we lose Major Party Jazz and Moff Gideon. So there's Talon Card.
And remember, Merrick's game text was already canceled, so he can't cancel Talon Card's game text.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's.
I mean, Wedge is forfeiting for 10.
Yeah, I mean, you were, but even before that, Wedge was still an 8. Merrick's is a 7. Like, you're only losing 1 guy no matter what, basically.
Yeah.
So you're fine with that, and you're drawing 6 exactly. Wow, that's not good. That's just
No.
Lieutenant Pole. Even at a 7, that's just Lieutenant Pole.
Yeah.
That was not what he wanted there. That Hujix was. Now the upside of it being just Lieutenant
Oh, no.
Pole
Yeah, it's just
is
Lieutenant Poole because it's a 6 because of Lieutenant Poole.
even at a 7, it's Lieutenant Pole.
Yeah.
He forfeits for 7 with arrest order.
Yep.
And he gets that command into hand, which now means at least he can threaten a move to Tatooine and say, well, I can command, although there's at least 1 all wings in lost pile. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you don't do that. You stay away from the Falcon.
Yeah, I
I
think it's more a question of, does he have something to, did he get because he took the sneak attack and then he deployed Lieutenant Pole and took a card from use, but it's the top card of use. So the Marin ship is still floating in his deck somewhere, which is not what he wants.
I just don't know where I was going to say. I just don't know where Matt's going to go here. I mean, outside of doing that, I mean, yes, Metaphase is turned off, but there's still only drains of 1 and 1 because Pole's not on the table.
Yeah, like, and I think that's fine. Brad had to lose Pole instead of Vader. Like, you leave Pole there, that'd just be silly. So there's still drains of 1 and 1. He's going to have to move somebody to move to Corellia. All right, so
honestly,
now it's just a drain of 1.
I kind of wouldn't have hated just leaving. Well,
you're doing this so that you can ship dock the Falcon. Oh, this Falcon doesn't have ship docking, or does
no,
it?
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Okay, yeah, it's the non-V has ship docking. I'm like, are you doing that so you can ship dock a pilot onto the Outrider? And there we see the resistance. So, yep, Brad did have a shield pull left. So, like I said, I was like 99% sure he did. And Brad puts a card down with Miro really just to, track it.
You have 18 minutes until your next show.
I do?
Yeah.
No, the next show's at 10.
10 your time or 10 my time?
10 my time.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. No, I got an hour. So
Logan, yeah, I know that, Logan. You're on the safe kid-friendly version.
You're doing the version that'll go to the PC's YouTube. I'm doing the one that would get us demonetized. So
Late night with Garrett Larson.
yes, this is
As we see Tatooine Mos
this
Eisley
will give
Vigo
people an
loss.
idea of what happens when you go to a live event and hang out in the game room after Star Wars is done.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Dude, people are either gonna love it or I'm never gonna be able to show my face anywhere again. There's not a lot of in between there.
Wait, you mean you already can? Watch it, you.
I am a popular fellow. Do we
As we
think there's
see,
another Dark collab there? I mean, he's only left 3 in reserve, and he started the battle.
possible?
That feels like it'd be a bad
No,
misplay.
no,
All
no.
right, so he goes and gets the It Could Be Worse with Captain Lando.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, especially if you put back a higher destiny and like, okay, well, I've got the It Could Be Worse. All right, so command to add 1, so he's getting 3.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that grab. It's unlikely Brad's playing any other interrupts at this point that are even potentially grabber bait. So that's a perfectly reasonable grab.
Brad has 12 down. Pat.
Brad has 12 down. MHT has 15 down. They both have 2 cards in hand.
As we see Luke swing at General Navarre, 5 will hit.
You're going to let that go.
Yeah, you're going to let both these destinies go and then cancel one of the battle destinies.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
I think that's what
either way.
I think that's why you have to swing at Tarkin there, not Navarre.
But you know Brad has another Tarkin in hand potentially. Like we saw a Tarkin in hand.
Only got 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, but keeping a Tarkin
make him have it.
Sense.
Make him have it. As we see,
adds 3 to his total bet. So he's going to wipe this site because all he needs to draw is a 14 total. 14 total wipes the site because Malos and Lando are both 6s and Luke's a 7.
But he needs to draw it.
Yeah, but he's drawing 3 destinies that need a total 11. And he knew what the bottom card is for sure. So
yeah, he knew what his destiny was before he did this. So 8,
3, which
11.
he's not gonna enforcement. And then this is what he just put down with
4
Dedra.
So 12 plus 3 is 15.
15, yeah. So he's wiping the site, and will end up with Callus still alive in all likelihood. Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. You might as well cancel that or let that go to cancel the bigger one.
Yeah.
But it's functionally going to end up the same way. You're going to lose one guy along with the general.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now he's got, you're wiping the site. That'll cover everything. I do think Matt probably does AJR for Luke here.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Because then Brad's got to be cognizant of EPP Luke can come down.
Yep.
And I think what we'll see is Dedra and Vandalay move in with Callus.
Yeah.
And Vader move over in front of Mirax and Talon.
But then you have.
I don't love that, but
then you have 2 Destiny plus Luke coming down.
Yeah, I don't love that play, but you might have to do that. You don't necessarily. I don't want to. I don't think
he has to.
I don't know that okay. So instead, he moves Callus over with them. All right, I'm okay with that. And then I think you move Executor to Tatooine. Yep. And now you go to draw phase. You retrieve.
Yep, because you leave Vader where he's at, so you can have resistance on the table. So that's still only a drain of 2 at Bessman.
Yeah, like Brad is playing this super grindy as well as he can, and that's something like this is.
And he's
Brad's
still up by 19 minutes.
Yeah, but like this is Brad's pet deck. He knows how to play it. He knows how to play these grind games very, very well. I think it might have been Logan, who I streamed with a while ago, who said Brad might be the best player with less than 15 cards to work with. Like he plays ISB a lot. He plays a lot of no idea. He plays a lot of games that end up with you having not a lot of force down late game.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays them very, very well.
Yeah, well, he's down to 9 in deck with 6 in hand, and honestly, like I think if you're Matt, I like the position that Matt's still in because this is match play. So getting Brad down to, if you can get him down to like 4, 5 as light side, you're still giving yourself a solid chance to win with dark side.
Yeah, I mean, this is he has a chance. He is putting himself in a position to, you know, try and win or at least keep it close. See, I
As
don't love losing Mara there.
I will agree.
I feel like that would have been something to just drop at Corellia and force Matt to have an answer for.
Yep. And
Because
I
I don't
kind of,
think Matt has anyone he can deploy on it.
mhm.
And then it's like, okay, who are you going to move in front with the
Well,
risk of any Imperial? And now you're drawing 2 Battle Destiny.
yeah, I mean, it is only a drain of 1 there,
It's
but
fine. I'd take a
that's
drain of 1
fine. It's
all
just
day.
1.
Like,
Well, I mean, it's a drain of 1, but it's also essentially you're putting a card down, which also is like a lot like you're losing a force. So,
yeah.
I mean, you're looking at most maybe draining for 2 over the course of the game, but
See,
that's
but this game is so
but that's
grindy. I think you're going to get I think you
no,
could get
I don't
3 or
think
4
you
turns of
do.
drain out of it.
No, not with the fact that Matt Headley has 7 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, I see Matt drawing up because
I think Matt will draw up ahead of running out of time, but I still,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
even if it gets you 2 force out of it, I think it's probably worth it. So I think Matt's going for we're going to clear this site. Oh, Matt says he's not even going to bother trying to clear. I'm going to move the
no, I mean,
executive, move the
yeah,
Falcon.
Brad's only draining for 1 at this point. Why would you worry
Yep.
about that? You just want to
Brad's
make
draining
sure
for
that,
1, you're
yeah,
draining for 2. And
you, what?
no,
I don't
that's fine.
know,
You know he's got the command. You saw the command.
but you have all wings combos in your lost pile.
Yeah, but do you want to have to spend that? Because you weren't drained. Well, I guess you're still
It
draining
would
for
it
2
would
with
be
the
3. It would be
Outrider.
3 to do it. So yeah, that makes sense. And
But
yes, it
like,
would be a drain of 2 at Bestman because he doesn't have an ISB agent on Cloud
yeah,
City to subtract from there. So yeah, that's why I think you wanted to leave the outrider there.
yeah, and there's it could be worse for 1. That's,
Okay, it saves him a force.
I mean, it's really a question of what does Brad have? Brad left 3 in reserve, which tells me he's got a sneak
He's
attack or something, and he's planning
yeah,
to battle
on the ground.
at Tatooine and hope to clear the site
Yeah.
a second time. And actually, if he clears the site, he flips the objective.
Yes. I don't think he's
So,
going to be able to clear the site just because Talon Card is there.
so we
Merrick's
have
is 9, or Merrick's what?
Merrick's is 9, Talon's 8, Luke is 7. So you need to
Yeah.
get to 17 and 3, which is not ideal for sure.
No, but
Like,
Tarkin
and
coming
as
down
he
draws
drew a
him
card off
draw.
the
Yeah,
reserve,
he draws him 1 card off the reserve deck. So we know he doesn't have a Dark Collab, so he's still getting 2 Destiny. He's up by 4. I think it's just going to be Mirax
oh, there's sneak attack to
and
add 4.
Talon Card. Yeah,
That's strong.
yeah.
Like that's actually a real strong play.
And I think this is where if you're Matt, you have to swing at Tarkin
Yeah.
or Callus. What or
Nope. He says I'm going after Vandalay.
uh
Oh, that's
no,
brutal.
no, he still gets his second Destiny.
Yeah, but now it gets canceled and you keep
It's
the
not
5
going to be
battle destiny.
no,
Yes.
no.
Yes. You keep that 5 forfeit. Matt's best
Oh,
draw is going to be a 5. And
yeah,
now you keep
yeah,
Vandalay's
yeah,
5 forfeit. Yeah, heck
yeah.
yeah, you cancel that. Actually, Vandalay a 6 forfeit, so even more
Yeah.
cancel that.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna instead of getting rid of 3 characters, it's gonna be 2 for Matt.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a 5. So it's gonna be 9 right there for
Brad
Brad.
questioning me. I'm right up here. So he's got a 13 for Battle Destinies. He's killing 2 guys.
Yeah. Mirex and Talon.
Probably have to think about it at least.
Okay, so there's an escape pod.
Yeah. I think he's going to draw like a 5-4 here. 5-2. All right. Doesn't really
Okay,
matter. It's 2 guys
so
no matter what.
yeah, it's 2 guys for both. But what's really important though is now Tarkin can't cancel any Destiny if he's there. So you lose Tarkin. You lose Tarkin. Well, it doesn't actually matter. And the reason I'm saying that is because Callus is going to get you 2 Destiny, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's Callus is the guy you don't lose, and
Yeah.
then it's just a who do you lose? Who do you leave with Callus? And I'm fine with it being
I
Tarkin.
would have actually been Deirdre just because you could have put more cards back. Luke
He's
going
only got
lost.
1 card in hand, and he's going to get drained for 2. Like, I think at this point you've got to move Executor.
But the fact that he believes Mirex though is interesting.
Matt's got a plan to do something with Mirax.
I know. I mean, you're cycling cards at this point too, so I think
Well,
again,
and you're not going to get to cycle Mirax, and I think that might actually be why Brad did what he did, is to stop him from activating 2 and getting that it could be worse right away.
yeah,
You move
that's
Vader over
true.
to blank Mirax's text.
Yeah, you let him activate, you use Vader, cancel her team text, he can't do it. So, yeah.
But like you're still down. Brad is still down a few for us. Brad's got 12 down and 1 in hand.
Yeah,
Matt's
so
got 15 down and 2 in hand. So he's
he's
down
down by
4 force
5,
total.
4, 3,
4, 17 to 13.
7.
He'll be down by 5 after this drain.
That's where I got the 5 from.
So, or 6 after this drain, excuse me. Because he already was down 4.
Yeah.
Math is hard, it's late.
Activates.
Matt only activated 11. Oh, Brad did not cancel
Yeah, that's not.
Mirax's text. That was a mistake because he just
That was
Brad
a big mistake.
Matt just got back to it could be worse. Although Brad might be looking at that and saying, I'm willing to let him waste the time for that. It could be worse.
Yeah.
Like having that it could be worse in hand means
But I
every
mean, I'm
time
going to say
you're
this.
going to cause force loss. It's
Matt has done a lot in the little bit of time he's had.
agreed. Matt realizes the time and is playing it
Yeah.
fairly tight right now, and that's fine.
Yeah. Merrick. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have minded moving her into the cantina.
Yeah, I think moving her to the
Well,
docking
no,
bay
no, that's
means
yeah. Well,
no, if you move her to the cantina, it's only a drain of 1 anyways, because you don't have 2.
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I mean, it's only a drain of 1 either way. So, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. I think Matt's fine here, and Brad activates everything. And he'll get a drain of 1. That's gonna get it could be worst.
I wonder why he activated everything. Oh man.
And Matt does allow the rebirth. Yeah, he
Oh,
clicked too
yeah,
fast through control. He meant to drain for 1. Oh, drain for 2.
yeah.
But it
Menace
doesn't
phase
matter
isn't a
because it
trade.
could be
Yeah,
worse.
yeah. Menace phase isn't in
Yeah.
effect at this point. But this is where if you're Matt, once the executor leaves, you only follow with the Falcon. You leave that
Yeah.
outrider right there.
It's. I mean, what is Brad doing with? He activated 10. What is his plan here?
I don't know. So
All right,
now the thing
so
is,
those two
Mirex is
follow
kind of.
Mirax.
I mean, Mirex. The only place she can really go to is the blockade flagship docking bay.
And
She
that costs
can't go to Tatooine.
+8.
Yeah,
So that would cost 11 force.
yeah.
She's not going to the blockade flagship docking bay.
Nope.
Like, but Matt's got characters. Matt's got another character.
Yeah.
Even if it says, I think Matt's going to try and force Brad to have the ability to come at him. Like, Matt's got 4 cards in hand. It wouldn't shock me at all if there's 2 characters, and I could absolutely see one guy to the cantina, one guy backing up Mirax.
Yeah.
And saying, let's dance.
Mm-hmm. And then if you leave the Outrider at Bespin, that will keep Menace Phase into which. If you go to the cantina, that keeps Menace Phase in effect, canceling that, essentially turning that drain off, or taking that drain at Clarelia into Adrenal 1. So.
Well, and that's, you can just leave Mirax. That, like, if you have another guy to put with Mirax, you don't need to battle at Tatooine. You just.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt is firmly in control of this game, but I'm not positive he can do enough damage.
So the one thing
Like,
that
if
he
this
has,
game has an unlimited amount of time, Matt wins this game unquestionably.
Yep, and there's Val going down.
Interesting to have her go in front of Vader.
Well, you're gonna move Mirax in front of Vader.
Okay, you think that's the play?
Mm-hmm.
Because then Menace Fades isn't in effect. And you give up Adrena 2 at the docking bay. All right. If that was the only character in hand, I guess the other option would have been to put them with Tarkin and Callus and go for the
I don't know why he still has 4 force left in his reserve, like the top of his reserve deck. I don't know why he didn't Mirax, get the It Could Be Worse, and then activate the rest of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's the only thing I'm questioning here. As we see the Millennium Falcon moves over for 2 because it costs 2 because they must never again leave the city.
I'm a little bit concerned. Brad now has 5/5 on the bottom of his deck. 5/5/5.
Yeah.
That's got. Although he can only draw 1 at Tatooine.
He's only drawing 1 at Tatooine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he got the It Could Be Worse, but then he didn't activate any more. That feels a little, or did he? Because he just drew into everything.
I'm not sure. Yeah, he's
all right, so
activating.
Brad might have just said, you know what, I'm gonna. I mean, Brad is down by 6 cards right now.
Yeah, moving to attack position and a barrier, both from hand. Yep. I mean, yeah, Brad's at 7 with 3 in hand. Matt's at 14. 13 in hand. So there's Lieutenant Polteridum.
And he gets back a 5 that he knows what is if he wants to take the card off use pile. So I don't think he does.
No.
It's I think it's blast points.
And I think if you're Matt,
shreds at them all over.
I was going to say you separate them. One goes to the cantina, one goes to the docking bay. Never mind.
Yep. I was going to say, if you're going to do that, you just move Vader to the cantina, and now you're threatening that. And you move Executor in front of Outrider and say,
yep,
we're equal in power. I'm immune to way more than you are. And you have to at least consider that I'm going to command and draw 2.
Yeah. Well, you're not battling with the Outrider because Colonel Yullarn's there. So I think if you're Matt, you move Mirax, you move Val. You have not only do you have the It Could Be Worse, but you also have it's a hit in your loss pile, so you can play that.
Yep.
So essentially, you're not losing any. You can essentially not lose any damage on Brad's next turn.
Yeah, and that might be what he has to do.
Yep.
Is just.
Yeah, because he had.
Like I said, Matt's firmly in control of this game. It's can he get enough damage through in time? And I
Yes.
think he's starting to get close because Brad's only got 8 cards left.
Yep.
Like, yes, Brad can retrieve, but how much? So,
Yeah. He's still retrieving 1. Matt's
all
doing
right. So
2.
instead, he moves Val and Mirax over and blocks the Cantina drain.
Okay, he's still not
So
losing anything this turn, though. I mean, that gives him the
I
option of
think
playing.
I moved the, if I'm Matt, I think I moved the Outrider back to Corellia.
No, Tatooine.
All right. But Tatooine, you get it's drain -1.
It could be. It's a hit, or yeah, it's a hit still in your lost
Yeah,
file.
you threaten the it's a hit from lost
Yeah.
or the it could be worse. But if you could it could be worse if you move it to Corellia and then it's a drain of 1.
So the other thing
Where
of it,
right
the other,
now,
yeah.
because Brad's going to be just shifting the executor back and forth.
Oh yeah,
It's
that
again,
drain.
how
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
just move him to Corellia and just go, I'm going to drain for 1 here. You can't stop it.
Well, no, he can't. He
And
can.
he'd have to move his guys off Tatooine then, which gives Matt a
Yeah.
space to move Mirax and Val and get Menace Fades in effect.
Okay, there's the. It could be worse.
Yeah, Brad, I think, is really kicking himself on that Blast the Door kid grab. Like, in retrospect, that was
Yeah.
not a good grab. I think that should be a 5 in Brad's reserve deck,
If it
which means if
is,
he battles with Vader, he doesn't kill them both.
yeah, he only gets rid of Val,
And that's
and there's a potential that Vader goes
not
away.
good.
Yeah.
Vader very likely goes away. Like, you're drawing 2.
Yep.
Vader very likely goes away. Probably doesn't get hit. I don't think there's any 6s in Matt's deck.
Yeah, I didn't see. I don't
He
think I
hasn't
saw
drawn
any.
any. He's drawn a lot. I mean, there's a lot of 5s floating in there, but those won't hit
There's also a 1.
Vader. Yeah, there's a
Yep.
1 and 4, which actually would keep Vader alive in theory.
AJR was lost early, and then he used it, and it's stacked
Yeah, I don't know
on
if
the useless gesture.
we haven't seen another one. And Brad just says, nope, I'm going to move the executor and then I'm going to retrieve 1.
Yeah, and this is the turn that he can use Vader, cancel Mirix's game text, so you can't get it could be
Yeah.
worse back. Yeah.
He's got to remember to do it now, though.
Brad's good enough that I don't think he's going to not remember how to
He
do it.
didn't. He gave it away 1 turn, though.
Yep, that's 1 turn. Fool me once,
but
shame on me. Fool me, or shame on you. Fool me twice.
I mean,
Shame on
Logan, you're
me.
right.
Fool
He
me
may
3
have
times.
had another
I'm Logan.
AJR, but like we've seen most of the cards that are in his reserve deck for Destiny draws, and there hasn't been another AJR in there.
Yeah.
And it is possible he only plays 1. You play 1, you get 2 uses out of it potentially. That's
I mean, when
more
he's
than
playing
enough.
cards like it's consequential barriers, there's other cards you want to play.
Yeah, it's. I'm not even gonna call that a nonsense card. That's a good card that cancels a lot of things.
Well, no, I'm saying it's like a 61st, 62nd card.
Yeah, I think AJR, I could absolutely see just running 1.
Okay, he activates.
And he
And
lets
he
him
gets
Mirax.
wow.
I'm telling you, Brad's let that Mirax go twice, and I think that's a mistake.
I will agree with you.
So
There goes a
and
sneak
then
attack,
2,
and we must accelerate our plans. So now he's down to 4 and 4 in his deck.
and 3 in hand. But Matt's also down to 3.5 minutes on his clock.
Yeah, that's the bigger thing. I mean, but again,
that really is
that's
actually
on
an issue for
him.
Brad.
Yeah, as we see the Outrider lands.
All right. I think Dash is going to move in. Yep. Now you're actually at least threatening a little bit in the Cantina.
Yeah. Yeah.
So. And Brad gets another defensive shield out, which is whatever. It's. So Brad knows where a 5 is, but that doesn't really help him with Vader. Like it's.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if it was choke Vader, like that would have made things real interesting, but Vader Emperor's Enforcer is just not that impactful.
No. Well,
Like
he would be.
Chew.
He would be, but I think I hope Brad doesn't go back and watch this because he might be kicking himself after turn after turn of just letting that it
Yeah.
could be worse go back because of Mirax.
Yeah. He, at some point, he's going to realize he messed that up, and that's a big deal. Because, yeah, if he's only draining at one location.
Yeah. And I agree, Pat.
Um,
I like the idea of Brad separating here.
I mean, I think you need to leave Lieutenant Pole there. See, or
Yeah,
are you going to move Vader back out?
that's
Like, I think you want that second sight. You need to force him
yeah.
to do something there. Yeah, Matt's going to win this game by 10 or 12.
Yeah,
Like
because
because Brad keeps letting him get it could be worse. That would have made so much difference right now. Like that would
yeah.
be, I want to say 4 or 5 force loss.
Well, and the other thing is, like I said, Brad or Matt still has it's a hit in his loss pile.
Yeah.
But I think
But
he's
it'll cost him 3 to play it.
yes, I was going to also say I think he's on tunnel vision right now just because he's trying to make sure he goes quick enough in his turns to do what he needs to do.
Yep. Because he does need to maximize that as well. Like he needs to cause the
Yes.
damage.
Yes.
And he's got to be a little bit concerned. Like Brad right now, like I think you have to, yeah, it's Matt's turn. I think you just got
There it
to walk your
is.
guys out.
Yep, there's the cancel of the Murex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that, Logan, but I'm just saying there's like a lot that Matt has access to. And again, where the fact that Garrett keeps saying that not canceling Murex's game text and allowing the it could be worse is so bad for Brad.
It is absolutely saved Matt 5 force, I think.
Yeah.
And that's a huge, huge amount.
Now, here's what's interesting.
You jump dash on the outrider and take off. I don't know if that was what you were asking, but that's what you do.
You can't, can you?
Actually,
After moving?
yeah, you can because they moved, so it's embark. All right, he chose not to. Because actually, I would have jumped. You could jump 2 guys on there and fly out, so then it's a drain of 1, even if
Yeah.
Brad doesn't do anything. So,
But
I mean, Kippel's got to block the executor at some point, but he did just lose his command, which was kind of his one out.
yeah.
Like that would have been the spot for here's the command battle, draw 2 5s,
I
kill
think he
off a
realizes
bunch of
what he
things.
needs to do. Like, I think he's just drawing up at this point.
I think he might be.
Like,
He doesn't have any other options. This way at least he stops Matt from cycling back it could be worse. Because Matt can't stop him. Matt tries to play an interrupt from loss. Does he have does he have anything that lets him? I mean, it's really just does he have a way to yeah, he doesn't have any way to get anything back or use a force. It's just
I mean, he could
he took a shot, he could get one more.
He can Mirix a card.
I think he already did.
Oh, okay.
So Matt wins by 13.
Yeah, 13 plus 32 and 24.
To 24. Yeah, where's my should write that down. And I don't know where my notepad went.
Oh, yeah, it gets him a card off his loss pile.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, that was a fun game. Like, I know it was a grindy game, but it was a fun game. It was a chess
There was
match.
a lot of thought that had to go in there. Both players had to play it very well. I do think Matt played better. I mean, the letting the it could be worse go as long as he did was a mistake.
Yeah.
And there's not a nice way of saying that. That was full on a mistake. And it is
That
what it is.
that was a Minnesota Viking sized mistake.
Well, let's not go crazy here. It was a mistake, but it wasn't that crazy. So
So again, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Game two will be tomorrow night. We'll figure out who's going to be streaming that one. We have a lot of games going on tomorrow. In less than an hour at this point, we're going to have game one of Anthony Michael Batmouse Howard Esquire the first versus Joe I like aim high Olson. Make sure you guys tune into that game. Logan and Justin Miyashiro will be on the call. Tune into Garrett's stream if you want to see some hijinks, though. But make sure you guys tune
Garrett's
into
stream might be
the normal
interesting, but
streaming.
it will not be family friendly. Let's just lay that out right there.
So there's a reason why Logan is doing the stream and not watching Garrett.
Yeah. I mean, it might actually be a problem if Logan were to watch Garrett. That could end poorly. So
yeah,
but,
he would get a bad idea of his father. But again, thank you all for tuning in. It is always a pleasure. We'll make sure we get the rest of the game streamed later. Until then, everybody, take care. Enjoy yourself. Garrett, make sure you have fun tonight, sir.
I'm gonna try. It'll be fun.
But that's all we got for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in and take care. Enjoy yourselves and be safe. May the force be with you. Good night.